Welcome to the Outlaw Triathlon video race briefing. My name's Ian Hamilton, I'm your race director and currently stood at a rather wet National Water Sports Centre. You'll see behind me the location for the swim and then over my left shoulder where transition is based. Over the next 10 minutes we're just going to run through some of the more important aspects of the event, but please don't forget to read all of the race information well before race day. Before we go on to the race briefing, just a few thank yous. Thank you very much to all of those people that have entered this year. We're really grateful for your entry. We know it takes a lot of training and we do our very, very best to make your day as easy as possible. Other people to thank, obviously the hundreds of crew and volunteers that will be out there helping us and helping you get round all of the event.
As you can see, Saturday is a very busy day. Registration for the Outlaw Swim and Expo open at 8 AM, followed by registration for the Outlaw Triathlon at 9:30 and then for the Future Outlaw at 10 o'clock. At 10:30 and 3:15, there's an opportunity for those doing the triathlon the following day to get into the lake and do a short practice swim. At 12:30, there's a transition walkthrough with myself, meeting inside transition at the green inflatable arch. 2:30 is the Future Outlaw, the 1.2 mile and 2.4 mile runs. 3 PM is the Outlaw Prayer based in the main building. And at 4 PM, we finally close the site and hand over to security. All race packs and transition bags must be collected between 9:30 and 4 PM on the Saturday. Make sure you know your race number, which can be found on our website. You'll either need to show your 2023 race licence or another type of photo ID. If you haven't pre-purchased a BTF day licence, don't worry, you can purchase one of those on the day for £6. Your race pack will contain 2 race numbers, 3 sticker sets, 1 for your bike, 1 for your helmet and 1 separate set for your transition bags. In your pack you'll also get a security wristband, and your swim cap. You will also collect your timing chip and strap immediately after picking up your pack. You'll have 3 transition bags, 2 are for during the race, so your swim to bike and your bike to run, and there'll be a separate one which is a dry bag for your pre and post race clothes. If you're planning to use your own special needs bag, this will need to be dropped off at registration on Saturday, not Sunday and not into transition. Your special needs bag will go to bike station 1 and 4, which you pass twice. Once you've registered, then it's on to racking. This is between 10 AM and 4 PM. You'll have been allocated a slot, which is 90 minutes. Please, to reduce queues, try to use that slot. As you come into transition, please make sure that you're wearing your security wristbands, and also please fix your bike security stickers to your bike before you go into transition. You'll also have your transition bags, which will require you to put your stickers onto those as well. We recommend leaving as much kit in your bags overnight before the event, purely to save you forgetting anything on race day. Once you're in transition on the Saturday, take your time, get familiar with the site, ask questions to any of the volunteers that are in there. Generally, make sure you understand where the swim is, where the swim out is, where you'll be leaving on the bike, where you'll be coming back into transition on the bike, and where you go out on the run. Okay. As I've said previously, there's an opportunity, if you're doing the event on the Sunday, to swim at 10:30 and 3:15. You'll need to register down by the boathouse end before you go into the water. At 12:30, there is a transition walkthrough with myself. This will take approximately 45 minutes and we'll be meeting by the green inflatable arch, which is where the swim and bike into transition are. Remember, the site closes at 4 PM, meaning registration and racking will close promptly. Please don't arrive late because we have to then move on and finish further setup. If you're in a team, only one person needs to attend on the Saturday to register for the whole team and rack the bike. If you're the person that's registering everybody, Please don't forget to bring along IDs and relevant licences for all of the people in the team. All team members must have either a full British Triathlon race licence, or you can purchase one on the day, as I've said before, for £6. Team tagging will be using the timing chip. This will be your baton. All of the teams will be racked together, and tagging will take place next to where the cyclist has their bike racked. As a team, you can all come down the finish line together before then collecting your t-shirts and medals. Moving on to race day, the car parks will be open from 4:15. Please follow the directions of the parking stewards. We will be using various car parks, and I'd recommend allowing 15 minutes towards transition, but it is dependent upon which car park you are parked in. Transition will be open from 4:45. To get into transition, you must show your security wristband and be wearing your helmet, which is fastened and with your security stickers on it. There'll be 2 entrances into transition at either end on the Sunday morning. You'll have full access into all of the areas of transition, including both of the change marquees and the dry bag marquee. There'll be no additional bags allowed into transition. So remember, put everything into either your dry bags, your swim to bike, or your bike to run. No additional bags will be allowed in on the Sunday morning. The race will start at 6 a.m. It'll be one mass start. You'll be allowed in the water approximately 10 minutes before to give you an opportunity to acclimatise. There are 4 start bays which you can choose from. It is recommended the swimmers with the orange hats go towards the left, with the red hats stay in the middle, and those with the yellow hats start on the right-hand side. The route is very, very simple. It's 1 lap around the edge of the lake in a clockwise direction. Swim with all of the boys on your right-hand side, staying to the left of them. As you get to the large cube buoys, you'll turn a hard right and then a hard right again. After pressing transition on the left-hand side, turn a hard left and exit via the pontoon and underneath the hoob gantry. The cut-off for the swim is 2 hours with a further 15 minutes to start the bike. We will have a swim safety team there, so if you need assistance, please roll onto your back, shout and wave your arms if possible. If you require a rest to adjust your goggles or something simple like that is not a problem, just hold onto a boat. If you do have any medical conditions whatsoever, please request a white swim hat either at the swim start or at registration on the Saturday. Onto the bike. As you know, it's 112 miles. This will consist of 1 lap of the southern loop, 1 lap of the northern loop, and then a final lap of the southern loop before returning to the venue. The event takes place on predominantly open roads with managed junctions. Please take it as a normal, everyday ride. Do not take any risks. Please do not endanger yourself or other road users. The course will be marked on the Saturday, and any surface defects will be marked by orange paint on the road. If you see any paint on the road whatsoever, please do your best to safely avoid. Each junction that requires you to turn will have an arrow beforehand, an arrow on the junction, and then a reassuring arrow afterwards. There'll be 4 types of support vehicles on the route. National Escort Group, these are our referees and have communications direct with the control room. We will have an OSB mechanical support vehicle out there and an OSB sweeper vehicle. Also, obviously, there'll be various medical support around the course. We strongly recommend that you carry your own spares and also make sure they're appropriate for your bike and you know how to use them. There'll be feed stations which include toilets at miles 24, 51, 62 and 89. Please slow down as you're passing these to allow the volunteers to pass drinks, etc. to you. At each of the feed stations, there will also be a litter drop. Please note, if you can carry full, you can carry empty. Any littering on course will be an immediate disqualification. If you drop your special needs bag to us on the Saturday, that will be kept for you at feed station 1 and 4. So remember, drop it off on the Saturday and it will be there for you on the Sunday. There's additional litter drops at 12 miles, 36 miles, 76 and 100. There'll be timing points at mile 2, 15, 63 and 79. And this is for our live feed on our website on the day. Please be careful on the last 2 miles of the route. The surface isn't good and there are speed bumps. And finally, we do have to have cut-offs, unfortunately, and the cut-offs will be at mile 40. You need to be passing there after 5 hours and 10 minutes from the start, and at mile 75, where you need to be passed at 7 hours and 35. There is a final cut-off at the end of the bike, which is 10 hours and 15 minutes. Onto the run. We've modified the run route this year. As we have fewer athletes, we've brought the run route closer and we will not be using the embankment section any longer. It will mean that you do 3 large laps and then a smaller lap. In total, it gives us more feed stations, so we'll have 17 feed stations, which are on average 1.4 miles apart. Each feed station will include water, Coke and High Five, drinks and gels, as well as bananas and toilets. Obviously, each feed station will have a litter drop and the all-important toilets. We'll have more timing points, which will mean we are able to track you and your friends and family track you more accurately. There are 2 cut-off points on the run. One's at 12 and a half hours from the start, which will be at 8 miles, and then 14 hours 20 from the start at 15 miles. Once you've passed the finish 4 times, on the 5th, you can actually turn left and come down our final finish carpet. The cut-off for the race is 17 hours total. Remember, unfortunately, if you are cut off after the swim, the bike or the run, we're very sorry, but that will mean the end of your event. Once you get to the famous orange carpet finish, as you know, Outlaw is very unique and allows friends and family to come down the orange carpet with you. But due to overcrowding and trying to get good photographs for all finishers, we recommend only 2 people come with you. If you have children accompanying you, then please ensure that there is somebody to meet you after the final finish line in the family collection area. The other thing is, your children need to be able to walk themselves. I'm sorry, no carrying of babies is possible. Once you've gone through the finish, please move forward, collect your finisher's medal and t-shirt. Post-event, we also have the Maya Master Recovery Zone, an athlete's food area, and also you'll get a very welcome chilled Erdinger. Just a final few things. As I've previously mentioned, we have a live tracker. If friends and family cannot be with you on the day at the venue, please make sure you point them to the live tracker, which will be available on the morning through our website, outlawtriathlon.com. Remember, you now have to pre-purchase your parking ticket if you've not already done so. There's a new system at the venue which will require you to register online. We are sending emails about this. Presentations are at 12 o'clock on Monday in the main building of the venue. If you're top 3, then please come along, collect your awards. And also for anybody else that wants to join us, it's a great little celebration of the event. If you want to contact our office, please do so before 4 p.m. on Wednesday the 26th. After that point, the office will be closed and then all enquiries will be dealt with on the Saturday of the event.
Thank you for watching. Hopefully you found that informative. As I said before, please don't forget, read your race information. It makes a big difference to how smooth your weekend goes. Once again, thank you very much for entering. Thank you very, very much to all of the crew and the volunteers. You've only got a few days left now. You don't need to do any training. All of the training is in the bank. Take it easy, rest up, and we look forward to seeing you next weekend.